among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. At Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Talk about old classics and new releases, trade secrets on how to store all those little pieces. So grab a drink, sit back and relax. This club is for collectors, just facts. Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. At Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Figure Fight Club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pulls them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win.
Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring with every epic.
Flash in the night, join the Figure Fight Club, where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes dawn. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Megatron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather around, it's a sight to behold, with stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes jam. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise. In the arena of action, we're all just toys. With every epic showdown, we'll cheer and we'll shout. In the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes shine. Transforming all out, let's take a stand.
What is happening, everybody? I like to thank everybody. Welcome to Decepticast. We are on episode number, where are we at? 23. So we are just cruising along every Monday night. We have a very special guest this evening. But before we get to him, I'd like to bring in my co-host. Everybody, welcome in Anna. Good evening, Anna.
Good evening, Caleb.
I'm doing well.
Awesome, me too.
What's that?
I said I'm doing well as well.
Yeah, that's good. Kind of kicking that illness a little bit. You're starting to get a
I
little
sound
bit better.
human, so that's good. I don't feel 100% human, but I don't sound like a weirdo anymore, so I'm happy.
I mean, sounding human on a Transformers show, might be to your benefit.
Yeah, might want to sound more like a robot eventually. I'll work on it. Next
So
time.
I guess let's stop stalling. I know people probably already know in the chat who we got, but so this was somebody that, like, when I first started paying attention to YouTube, was one of the guys I found early on. I would say it's kind of an inspiration for what I'm doing now, with live streaming and just reviews in general. So as what I like to do is bring in our guest, Patriot Prime Reviews.
Hello.
Welcome, sir. How you doing this evening?
I'm all right. How are you? That wasn't much of a cheering section.
Oh, I know. I cut it short because I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, that's fine.
But,
thank you so much for inviting me onto your show. I love doing these things. I love reaching out, meeting fans. That's part of the fun I've discovered doing YouTube over the years. So it's not all about just playing with your figures in front of the camera. It's meeting fellow collectors via YouTube like we're doing tonight, or, when we go to cons. So thank you. I really appreciate this. Love meeting new people.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to, we see people on the screen, and sometimes we don't really get to see them or interact with them. But this is YouTube has helped out with that if we can't make it to con sometimes. Especially
I was within a few feet of you a couple weeks ago, and I
Really?
didn't even know because I was working the table where you bought those 2 pretenders. So I was actually working the other side of that table, the 2 pretenders.
Yes, Prime and Megatron.
Yeah. Yep.
That was my pride and joy getting those.
Yeah, and I was the other side of the table. I was probably talking to someone about some random KO combiner I had at the table.
Well, what was funny about those is I saw those 2 figures at another table, and he had a pretty high price on them. And I said, well, let me think about it. Of course, I'm a pretender fanatic, and I didn't even know about those figures until a couple of years ago. So I walked around. I thought, what the hell? There's nothing I'm really after at this con, so I'll go back and get them. And they were gone. So I was like, well, snooze, you lose. And then it was Sunday. Just as we were getting ready to leave, I'm a tall guy, so I looked up and saw another set on your friend's table.
Yep.
And I asked them, what's the price? And they were asking the same amount the other guy was. And I said, well, you got any wiggle room on that? And without missing a beat, the guy's wife threw out a number, and I said, that's the number I'll take. And here they are.
So before we kind of start, showing some things we got off, I want to thank some people that we got in the chat. So far, we've got Zaldron, Initial Goose, Patriot Prime Reviews is in the chat. Raziel Kane Reviews, Jedi Ben, Minhoza, Lou. He is one of our co-hosts, Lucida Base. And so Corrupted Collectibles. And
yes, I met them at TFCon as well.
So thanks for hopping in. So first thing first, typically we start off with recent pickups. Patriot Prime, since you're our guest, you got anything you'd like to show off?
Yes, I do. So a recent pickup I just got, and I actually just reviewed tonight, 1989's Transformers Generation 1 Mega Pretender Vroom. I finally completed my Mega Pretenders with him. Bought him from a longtime G1 supplier of mine, I Am Ratchet Toys. I mean, I've been buying from him for years, and we actually became friends. He gave me a really good deal on Vroom, 100% complete. And I just reviewed him on my channel if you want to check that out. And I also finally got Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. I slept on him when he first came out, then he sold out, and then he was going for that ridiculous late tax price. And then Amazon finally dropped him down to normal price. And then something I have been after for years, a Black Zarek, and I got this KO that they just recently released on showzstore.com. I actually got him last Friday, and I still haven't taken him out of the plastic wrap yet because I've been doing holiday stuff and getting ready for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all this other things going on. So looking forward to checking this figure out. And that's all I got right now. Next.
I've heard good things about that Zarek.
I have too.
Happy with it. Because you can't have a real one unless you want to just, spend a ton of money on something that's as fragile as a cookie. It's a hard thing to do.
I didn't even know about Black Zarek until it was years ago. I saw a picture of it in a Toy Fair magazine. This was back before I knew about all the Japanese figures. And I always thought he was so cool because Scorponok's one of my favorite G1s. And then, of course, after researching as the years go by, you hear about that dreaded GPS. So I figured I would never, ever get one. I've never even seen one in person. So really looking forward to checking him out.
Anna, do you have anything?
I do, but I'm saving it for my special segment at the end.
Oh, okay. Yep. I won't.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that.
What do you got?
So I went to Walmart
Poor Blackie.
and I still had skids. Actually, there wasn't any skids. I think if you guys watched a couple weeks ago, we showed off a pallet that was sitting at Walmart that had these classic class blockies for $5 a pop. Well, my Walmart had a full skid, and then a week later, there was just 4 left sitting in their little Hasbro display. They had these 3 and Optimus Primal. I already had Optimus Primal, so I think the only one I'm missing that they had was the 2007 Optimus Prime. So maybe
the Jetwing.
Oh no, that one. I might have to pick that one up. It was like the original ones, like these first.
Okay.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was all the early stuff. They were so they did the '07 Optimus and Megatron, but then the rest of it was all Rise of the Beast stuff.
Yep. And then
Mirage
now they're hitting Dark of the Moon with Bumblebee, Megatron, that Jetwing Optimus, and was there one other one? Oh, it was Tarn. Tarn wasn't part of that. Was it Tarn?
Those aren't $5.
No, those aren't $5.
There's another Bumblebee coming. I guess he's probably Dark of the Moon as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, there
Okay,
might be some
great.
pictures of them. I know there was some last week, but there was more this week.
Ooh.
And anybody, if you guys have questions for Patriot Prime, put them in the chat. I'll star them, and then when we get past the slideshow and kind of the more review portion, we'll get. Oh, you got the Transformers 1 Action Edition Optimus Prime.
Nice.
Yeah, I got him like the first of the month. Another one of those things I've yet to open and film.
Oh, and to rub it into Anna, you was actually one of the first ones, along with me, that got that Devastator kit from Show Z, and she got ghosted by Show Z and didn't get it till
Such nonsense.
later.
I ordered it before Caleb. I know I did. And then
I had
he ordered
so
it
many
and got it
people
before me.
mad at me for that. And I'm like, I just hopped on, bought it, and I think it was like 3 minutes later, it was gone.
Y'all
And that's one
cheated.
of my best videos. I didn't even know what I was doing trying to put together without researching first. I already got like 24,000 hits on it and people complaining the whole time.
Before we move on, I'd like to welcome Zakanan and his 8-month member chat. Zakanan rumbles into the stream, screaming, "Bumblebee sucks!" He's just doing that to piss Anna off because he knows Anna is a Bumblebee fan.
Thanks, the Canon. Bumblebee says thank you.
Welcome back. So, as we always do, there is a news slideshow portion. So, like I said, episode 23, we always start off with official toy news. And official toy news is brought to you by Collecticon Toys.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. You on it right, man?
We now return to the Transformers.
So head on over to Collecticon Toys and use that code FFC10 to get 10% off your entire order. Thank you, Collecticon. And first up, oh wait, hold on. We got
On topic.
TV Trooper,
Ooh, another one.
member for 6 months. What up, my dudes? Thank you.
I was gonna say on topic, Collecticon actually opened that Black Zarek on stream on Thursday night on his show and whatnot. So I got to see a live unboxing of that KO Zarek. Made me want it more.
Maybe I'll do a live unboxing.
There'll be 2 in the world.
Yeah, I've done a couple live unboxings. They're interesting to kind of do. Just
With figures like these, I did with Missing Link Optimus Prime. I did a straight out of the box review where I just opened it up and I didn't even look, because usually when you get a figure, you open it up, mess with it a little bit, put it on the review stand. I just immediately opened up. So you got to experience my reaction of actually having a G1 Optimus Prime that had all the articulation our modern figures did. And you could just tell I was a 10-year-old again in that whole video.
well, I will have to say Anna is our resident Missing Link aficionado. She is all in on the Missing Link stuff.
Do you love my Missing Link?
I have a Sunstreaker
close.
in the box I haven't opened yet either. I am terrible.
He's the best.
you-
Sunstreaker's
You're waiting
so
for a
good.
review, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, my problem is I do all the videos where I show the box first. So then if I get behind on stuff, I'm like, well, I can't film it yet or play with it because I haven't filmed me with the box.
We have one more member chat from Toyamic Displays, member for 8 months. I've been addicted to whatnot, and my wallet is crying. Yeah, Toyamic recently got into Transformers, and he found one of Collecticon's sales and spent some money, and he's spending other money on other stuff. So yeah, Whatnot is one of those rabbit holes that likes to eat up funds from your wallet for sure. So thanks, Toyota.
Just being a Transformer collector destroys your wallet.
Well, that's true as well.
Though I am proud to announce that as of Christmas, if I get what I've asked for, I will complete my U.S. run of G1.
Wow.
Nice. What are you going to do next?
I don't know. Relax.
This popped up this week. Earthspark's back. So we thought the show was over, and they just teased a trailer, and now we have, I guess, two, like, not movies, not episodes, but they're longer than episodes. Two, like, special webisodes, or it's going to be on Paramount Plus. So I think it's going to wrap up the season. And it looks like Liege Maximo might be the big bad.
That show is so sacrilegious, making Megatron a good guy.
I love it. It's so good. I'm so excited this actually got extended. I thought it was done with us moving on to Cyberworld. So it's so cool that they're actually going to finish the series. This should be the ending, is the way they're putting it.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Let's see. Next up, Roboson's back. I don't know if you guys can kind of see in that little coin the tease of their
Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave. So that was kind of in the rumor mill that Soundwave was next, and we'll find out for sure December 4th. But yeah, it definitely looks like Soundwave.
I don't even know anybody that owns one of those. Unless one of you do.
Nope.
No,
For
I have
me,
a friend who owns one.
As cool as they are, to me, it would be like I'm dropping $1,500 on something I will play with for like a half hour, then it'll go on the shelf.
Yeah.
I just can't justify it.
It's definitely something for a Jay and Silent Bob type of attention span. If you guys remember, they were the ones that revealed the first one.
Oh, they were. You're right.
Incoming divorce.
Yeah, Zakanin is a Soundwave collector. So
Oh, we'll have fun with that.
Somebody-
Zakanin.
Do you remember the giant Metroplex they had on display at TFCon?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
yeah.
bought one, and they got on Facebook, and they were regretting that decision. They said
Quite
it
a
kept
few of my
collapsing
friends
on
got
them.
it.
Really?
Yeah, and they like it. It's a good looker, but it is not a good. We talked about it when it was first coming out. The legs aren't actually strong enough to support it, and it's like they put out warnings with it that was like, "Don't leave it in robot mode because it'll wear down the joints." And that made me decide not to get one. I almost got one myself. I wanted it. It would look so good in here.
the fact that you need a team to transform it was kind of what was like the downside for me being a single guy. I mean, I could have I'm sure my son would love to help transform it with me, but and then the aesthetic. My collection kind of skews G1 animation, and it just was that stylized from the War for Cybertron game. To me, it's what it felt like. So, and I saved like $1,500. Let's see. Next up, Takara teased some of their new stuff coming soon. It's mainly all this stuff we've already seen from Hasbro,
Oh,
and I think the only thing new might be that Devastation Bumblebee. That's what's supposed to be in that image right there for the Studio Series stuff. Everything else is stuff we're already getting stateside.
What's the one beside Bumblebee? I can't make that one out.
Is that
Ryan Pax.
Yeah, Ryan Pax from TF1.
Oh, okay. I make
And
out
then,
Q, and there's Alpha Trion.
Yep. And then the Ultra Magnus, that's the Diaclone version. So. Oh, let's see. Next up, we have images. I think I got these from TFW. So these are Takara little mini, like keychain.
I saw those. Those are sweet. That really hits the old G1er in me.
I think they're like a couple dollars US, like 300 yen. So I don't know
nice.
if we'll see these easily available here, but definitely this could replace your Labubu.
I bet Show Z will have them.
Probably.
I take it.
Next up, we have test shot images from 3.0 DLX Rise of the Beast Mirage. And this, I think this is supposed to come out first quarter 2026. So this is their smaller action figure. What is it? The MD? I can't remember the other one, but yeah. So
Yeah, this is DLX, not MDLX. The MDLX is the smaller ones.
right. I typed it in wrong. So yeah, these are the MDLX.
Oh, this is MDLX. Cool.
MDLX. I mean, you can kind of, unless he's got super huge hands. This is the smaller ones. But
Right.
probably the best looking version of Mirage will get in robot mode. It just seems like it's hard to get that from transformation, like the car mode, to make a good looking robot mode. And then next up, one of our favorite companies, Blockies, revealed their Optimus Prime with trailer, and this is the Blocky wheels. So
Yeah, I've got this one.
yep, the Defender class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these are like Hot Wheels size. That's what they're touting, 1/64 scale, and then the cab has die cast. So and then you can kind of see they have like you can either do like the spoiler look, or you can take the spoiler off and put a
That's
more.
kind of a throwback to classics Optimus Prime back
A
in the
little
day.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been any information how we're going to get these in the States, but I mean, with everything, it seems like Asia gets it first, and then it finally makes its way over here. So
Looks like we should have wave 1 of wheels in hand before the holidays, so that'll be nice.
yep. And then next up, so we saw some of these images last week for the Blockies Classic Class, Dark of the Moon, Bumblebee, and then Blockies posted more this week. And then they posted some promotional images of it as well, with that Jetwing Optimus, and kind of like the look that's going to be on the packaging. And then they also showed some more images. Actually, this was the first week, because we didn't see these last week, but this is the Dark of the Moon Megatron. Like, I'm pretty much in on the classic class stuff, but what's bothering me is in Dark of the Moon he had that cloak, Megatron did, and he's not getting the cloak, and I think that's a miss, because we know Blockies is doing soft goods. Like, if you pay any attention to their DC stuff, they gave Superman a wired cape, so it feels like a miss.
Yeah, but
Right.
Megatron only really had that cloak during the Africa scenes.
Yeah.
But it looks good on them.
It does.
Need it.
Third party.
Yeah, I know. That's I was going to say, if you're a Marvel Legends collector, there is people on Etsy that make soft good cloaks for some of the action figures.
Can you imagine
So that was
Blockies upgrade kits?
I mean, possibly
You
upgrade
buy
cloaks. So next up, we are moving on to third-party news. First, DNA teased another upgrade kit for their Devastator. I don't know what this is hinting at, but I like what they're showing in this image.
fishing.
Yeah, fishing. He got something on his hook. So no updates from DNA yet. See, next up from Transform Dreamwave. Is this the tidal wave everybody wants? That actually works well with their Armada Megatron and Galvatron? And you don't have to tear apart your Titans class tidal wave? Because that's pretty much what this one's doing. So it's a smaller version. It's pretty much almost the same height as the Armada Megatron.
Okay.
It just tears apart like the original one and fits on them. Thanks, Initial Goose. See, next up, Anna's favorite.
I'll be back.
Guess who's back?
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
You gotta put your back into it, dumbass.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
So, Anna, you might be aware of these reissues. Oh, yeah. I see Arnold.
Yeah.
So Anna shared these with me actually on Discord. What do you know about these DX9 reissues?
Yeah, so these are some of the oldest Legends figures. DX9 did their War and Pocket line. That Scourge is 10 years old. It's a 2015 figure. Ranton there is just a little bit younger in a couple of years. But these are very early Legends figures just being reissued. Scourge is going to come in a little foil baggie by himself. He's really cheap on Show Z. They're all really value priced. And they're all very old DX9 products from their War and Pocket line. They're fun. Let me tell you, like both those figures that we're showing right here are enjoyable toys. They're just not going to look great with your New Age and Magic Square collection. You're going to be like, ooh, this looks a little under detailed compared to my fancy stuff. But I have Ranton and I still love him. The white Magnus inner body guy. He looks great. So I think they're fun. It's just so weird that they're coming back. DX9 has been making a resurgence, right? New toys, new Legends, and now old Legends.
Yeah, they recently reissued their 6-shot, their masterpiece 6-shot. I forget his name, but so yeah, that
Was there
seems like
Hanzo?
Yes, Hanzo.
Okay.
But let's see. Next up on the small side, we have Galaxy Toys and their Seeker set. So Anna,
And that
you
came
have
out of
the
nowhere.
right. You have the reflector, right? Are you how you liking the newer micro scale stuff?
I'm all the way in. If you can take Dr. Wu, which it seems to be what they're doing, is they're taking Dr. Wu, they're making it just a teeny tiny bit bigger so that it has proper articulation. You get to core class levels of articulation and posing with these guys, and they can actually look good. So if these guys do what Reflector does, I'm in. I'm all in on Galaxy Toys. Got their Beachcomber. Gonna check out these dudes, and we'll see. Hope they keep it up.
Initial Goose, they do transform. They're just showing they're doing all three. It looks like they're selling them individually, and yeah,
they'll be a little bigger than Dr. Wu.
And then next up, something I'm not into, but these always hit my feed, and they're fun to look at. But this is final images of the Laser Cat Toys Bruticus, their chibi, super deformed Bruticus set, Combaticon set. Are any of you guys in on this stuff? Yeah.
I feel like it belongs in my collection, but I don't get it.
Right. Like I put priorities on things that I want to spend money on, and this is not a top priority. And then here's an image of their Volcanicus and Predaking that they're in process working on as well. Next up, speaking of combiners, Dreamstar Toys Stylized Devastator. This is their Mixmaster, and I think they're almost complete. I should have put some other slides with this that was revealed this week, but so this is just, we've talked about this before, but this company made a Superion that was plagued with QC issues, and somebody took a baseball bat to it to make content on their channel, and I haven't heard much of anything about these. So hopefully,
I've never been that desperate for views.
Right. Same here. Let's see. Next up, Star Toys did an update on their Masterpiece, Loud Pedal, and Road Rage. And I think they're doing a Toy Accurate tracks as well. So it's just kind of like a test. They're testing some of the color, the plastic, and I think they kind of tweaked Road Rage's face a little bit, or it's just not painted here, so you can't see what might have been plaguing it to begin with. But so there's an update on those. And next up, if you was at TFCon, or no, I should say, if you wasn't at TFCon and you missed out on MMC's Ramhorn cassette, here is the general release one without the back metal weapon. So these should be releasing soon. If anybody is on the need for this because they missed out because
That was pretty impressive because it transformed into a cassette that was actually the size of a cassette. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's nice about those MMC MP tapes. You can just throw them in your accurate blaster, right?
There he is.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. Everybody should just get it. I mean, yours won't be as cool as mine if you get this one, but you should get it because it's.
See, I didn't grab that, but I grabbed the giant helmsman. Well, that's
yeah.
That was the repaint of Double Evil, right?
Double Evil, right?
Overlord. Yeah. Let's see. And speaking of exclusives that nobody wanted, make choices.
I love his name.
Next Seeker repaint for the Colorverse, Blood Clot. The name of this is just outrageous.
I don't know. I think Ice Cream at TFCon was worse.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That was the white one or the like off-white one, right?
I have a buddy that's into Starscreams and he didn't even want that figure.
Well, the funny thing is,
this cute. This one's gross. I love it.
This one went up. It was like a TF Source VIP member exclusive. I think there was only like 200, and they sold out. So there is 200 Colorverse fans out there.
No more blood clots.
Yeah,
blood
no more
clots
blood
are
clots.
gone. Oh, good.
Yeah,
no one wants a Black Friday blood clot.
Right. It's going to be.
That can cause a stroke if you're not careful.
Right. Dangerous.
Yeah. Next up, the King Toys. They're not Insecticon / Scorponok. We don't know why they went this direction when the first two were like your more traditional Insecticons, but so this is their
Scorpion.
Yeah, so I like the look of it. Anna, I know you're in on these. Are you in on this one?
Probably. I think I'll probably do all three of them just for the fun of it. They're low price. The only problem with them is they're kind of huge, right? These are not small toys. So they're going to take up quite a bit of space for weirdos that don't really go anywhere in your collection. So I think I'm going to go with it though. You know, they're fun. I'll enjoy owning them.
Yeah. I'm not in. This is like the same thing where it's like I have priorities and this isn't at that priority. So they're cool, just not for me cool.
Yeah, you avoid originality and creativity, right?
Oh, shots fired. My heart.
See, I only dabble in third party. I don't know. There's so much vintage goodness I don't have yet.
Right. See, that's kind of how I am with third party. It's just there's stuff that I want first, or like MP stuff. That's kind of like my main go-to. And speaking of MP, X Transbots teased their images from their factory. They're working on Toy Deco Scavenger. And then a couple days later, they showed finished product images. So from what I've heard, as much as we talk shit about X Transbots and how bad their quality is, I guess some of their Constructicons have actually been really decent toys. And that started right at the beginning with Long Haul. So at least they're putting some research and development in these to help people out. And we should have just called this like the Devastator. Oh, wait, this is Prowl. A Mustang Prowl. And this is from Dreamstar Toys. So this is like pre-production gray model samples. Now, why did I say Devastator? Because you can be a chest bot for Dreamstar Toys' Devastator.
That is something that actually makes theirs unique and cool now. Because has anybody ever actually done a Prowlistator? Like one that properly uses a Prowl. I know like my upgrade kit for Devastator came with a Prowlistator head, but it did not come with an actual Prowl to stick in there. That's cool. Like it just homages something, you know, strange and interesting that happened in the IDW run.
I think the only company that's doing something different is 01 Studios on their Devastator. The chest piece can turn in half a Megatron, and I think another piece turns into the other half a Megatron. So they're doing like a Megatron part of their combiner. So that's all for the reveals. Now we have Anna's segment that we kind of started last week. Added a little bit of sauce to it to
You did. I like it. I like it. I like the sign.
cautionary
So-
tales of sales.
I'm going to tell you again, just like last week, we're at that point in the year where stores are starting to do big sales. Lots of Transformers goes on sale. And you know what happens? You buy things that you didn't plan to buy. You buy things that you walked past 400 times, that you ignored for full price, and that you may have even said, I would never own that. See last week for me talking about Star Convoy that I now own. So today's winner of losing is something that has been like appearing in my feeds for a long time, and that is this bizarro little Primus globe. And I don't know who all has these. I think at least two of us have these. also a Black Friday casualty.
This was actually a gift from a subscriber.
Nice.
So, and what's cool about that fit? Well, it's an easy transformation, but it is a pain in the ass to line it up for the globe. But it's a super easy transformation. It's just getting everything lined up right. And mine, the joints on mine are just ungodly tight, which I love, but it's still so cool, especially if you get that globe mode. That's going on my desk at work.
That's what I plan to do with it. I had always said for years I would do it as a desk at work type of deal. If ever something like this happens, then they released it, and you know what? Like, I got it, and Paneling toys annoy the crap out of me. I know they do. I had been able to resist it, and then as soon as it went on sale, I was like, no, I'll just get it. And guess what? Transforming it makes me angry. Surprise! But
it is cool. They utilize the base
so cool.
and be a shield, and then they turn the whatever you call that hooks on the globe bar in this curved sword thing. So it's pretty unique, and I'll dig the robot mode, and the details on it blow your mind. I gotta get this thing reviewed.
Does it swivel on the base or no?
It can. It doesn't really swivel back and forth, but it will spin.
Okay.
Yeah, you can spin it there, and that's about what it can do. But like, it's such a neat thing, and like, you know, we both said we want to put it on our desk at work, and one of the reasons for that is it's nice to have something somewhat subtle on your desk at work that isn't like, you know, just blatantly Transformer. It's like you can put it as a globe, and it's like, oh, this is what I think Earth looks like. I think Earth is a robot secretly.
Yes, it is on sale right now for $20.58, and I will link it in the chat to help you people out.
There we go. Helping enable, helping us have more.
Put it in the
Exactly.
put it in the private chat, and then Abby can link it in the chat.
Okay.
Sales fatalities. Fatalities. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I probably shouldn't have got it. That's kind of like, that's going to be this whole segment for this entire season. It's just going to be, it's cool, but I shouldn't have got it. I'll tell you what I might have a little more regret for, and I didn't grab, I thought I put him over here, but I didn't. It's not a Transformer, but sometimes you buy things for yourselves and you kind of get shot in the foot by something that was on sale. Because I got some of these Mega Man guys, right? My Elect Man came with two of the same face, and it's like, why did this thing go on clearance? Because it has two of the same face. That's why. So, you know, you get what you get.
I'm so tempted in getting those Mega Man figures, especially at $10 a pop, but I haven't pulled the trigger.
They're neat. They're neat. They're fun. They're good nostalgia. But I think you have some follow-up slides this week for the cautionary sales of tells.
Yeah, so that's not the right setup. There we go.
There we go.
So Fans Hobby was one of the first ones that I've seen this last week to do a Black Friday sale. And the more you spend, the more you get off.
This is so perfect because Fans Hobby, notorious Black Friday sale. You go, you fill up your cart, you hit shipping from Fans Hobby because they actually ship from the source. And they charge you like what it actually costs to send a big package over the sea. Yeah, your shipping's going to be like over $100. And then you empty your cart and you go back to your life. That's what Fans Hobby Black Friday sale is every year for Anna. Is I just go and I go, oh, I'm going to get all this. And then, oh my God. And then I move on. We're all good.
And,
John Battle got cracked up at that same way I did, but I didn't say anything because I'm the guest on this channel.
So speaking of pallets at Walmart, we teased some images of these, I think last week, where we were seeing these palletized, repurposed deluxes that have been cellophane together 2-packs. And it looks like these won't be available to grab till the 28th. So
Also known as Black Friday.
28th. What's that?
Yeah.
Black Friday?
yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's what's
Black
crazy
Friday.
is they have some of this year's figures in those 2-packs. And you see at the bottom there's one of the aerial bots and one of the primes in a 2-pack.
Anybody want to go to Walmart together at 12:01 on Friday and make some mistakes? It sounds like a good time.
I mean, if we're running to them, yes, then that's the only way I'm going.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm gonna say another site that does a big sell every year on Black Friday is TF Source. They do a really big sell, and that can be another one that can get you really bad because they put up things that they've had laying around forever. They put them up for really good deals, but you didn't want it, you know? You did not want it. You skipped it so many times. Now you're going to buy it.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's always online shopping.
I managed to not get that Naruto. Really considered it. We actually watched a bunch of Naruto last week, and it was like, ooh, now I know this series. I could get this toy. Didn't do it. Even for half price. It's kind of a bad toy, I think.
And they have a one of the aerial bots. This was the most recent wave, wasn't it? Firefight was in that, and they got $5 off of that. So it's not just the exclusives, especially that 2-pack with Spinister. I remember that War for Cybertron Spinister, like I think like $80, and now
That's
you
a
can get
good deal on Bludgeon and Ruckus too. That's a real good deal with them. $32. It's like getting Ruckus for free.
Yep.
It is. Just remember, everyone, if you didn't want it before, just because it's on sale doesn't mean you want it now. If you had it on your list of things, well, I wish it would be cheaper, then it's the time to buy it, for sure.
Yep.
I'm going nuts trying to remember what I did with my globe. I have the box. Ever since you showed it, I was like, what the hell did I do with that figure?
It's somewhat small. You can lose it relatively easy.
Yeah.
All right, well, so that is all for the slideshow. So let's get everybody out here. And like I said earlier, I want to welcome and thanks to Patriot Prime for reviews for hopping on the stream tonight with us. Like I said earlier, if anybody's got any questions, throw them up in the chat. So I like one of the first things I was wanting to ask, like, so what got you into doing this silly YouTube stuff?
A dare.
A dare. Nice.
The last job I had, I worked at a upscale casino as a security officer. The whole team, we were all ex-military and law enforcement, and we worked night shifts. So nights we were off, we're not sleeping because we're so used to working night shifts. We played video games, and our favorite game to play was Rainbow Six Siege because military guys. And one of the guys I work with said, man, we ought to put our games together and stream on Twitch. And I was like, I don't feel like streaming on YouTube or whatever because I'm always the guy that gets shot first or falls off the building. And he says, well, you could tie a YouTube channel into Twitch. I'm like, well, I don't have a YouTube channel. He says, y'all ought to do one on Transformers. You talk about them all the time. So there we go. So I thought about because I'm always one of these guys I've been collecting for years. I always watch the videos, and I thought I could do that. And when I started, I just wanted to focus on G1 because pretty much G1 had run its course on YouTube. So I thought I'm going to bring it back. And then, of course, you try to think of a cool channel name. And in 2013, I got the Optimus Prime wielding the American flag tattoo and went to my first convention in 2013. One of the guys there nicknamed me Patriot Prime because of the tattoo. And I thought, that's a perfect channel name. And the rest is history.
And how long have you been at it? What year did you start?
2017. So I've been on about 8 years.
Okay. So you're almost at that decade mark. Got anything planned? Special once you hit that 10 years?
I don't know yet.
You haven't thought that far ahead? Yeah.
My big thing now is I look back at some of my earlier reviews because when I first started, I reviewed some of my favorite G1 figures. But also back then, I absolutely sucked. So I'm thinking about going back and redoing a lot of what I did before because with my channel, what I've noticed recently is I'll review a newer figure, doesn't get near the hits that a G1 figure will get. So, for example, I just popped Vroom up right before I got on with you guys, and it's already at 367 views. Where I'll put a new figure up, and like Onyx Prime, I reviewed him. I think it took me 4 days to get 300 views.
I wonder if it's because everybody's fighting to throw the new stuff up as early as possible. And
I think so, and that was one of my biggest mistakes starting YouTube is I was buying everything to throw in front of the camera. And I actually made pretty good money at TFCon with a room sale because I gathered up all that stuff that I bought and really didn't like, and it went for sale.
That was one of the things. Oh, sorry. Finish your thought.
Anyway, so that's what I do now. If there's something I don't want, I'm not buying it just to review it. I've had people ask, "How come you didn't review this figure?" I was like, I didn't want it, so I'm not going to buy it. Say how much I don't like it. Because I know there's a lot of people that do those nasty reviews, those negative reviews, just pissing all over something just for those hits. I'm not spending the money to do that. I'm going to review stuff that I like and enjoy because I've discovered my viewers can actually tell when I enjoy reviewing a figure. Because I've had people say, I'll watch you do a modern figure review, you're going through the motions. When you review a G1 or something you've never had before, like this guy, for example, it's like I'm excited to review it. I'm excited to show it off. And that carries through on the camera.
Yep. That reminds me, I have X-Transbots blades, and I'm not excited to review it because it looked like a pain in the ass to transform. But that's what I collect. It's like, so I'm like, it's that hard like love-hate type thing. But like what you just mentioned, that was like one of the things. Like when I watched your reviews or watched you on lives, you had brought that up to where you was getting stuff that you didn't want, and I was like, that hit home to me because. That, like I said, before we started, like you're one of the influences that brought me to want to do stuff like this, and that's kind of like my goal is, other than this X-Transbot figure, is to try to buy stuff that I like and review because I'm already buying the stuff and that's why I'm reviewing it to begin with. So I think it's
like right now I'm putting some stuff on eBay. Because I want to pay for some other G1 stuff I bought. Because I've decided I only needed a few G1s, and I went all in this week to get what was left. So I'm throwing some things on eBay, like Bayverse stuff that I have no interest in collecting, but I bought it when it came out to review it. And now I see some of the figures actually worth something. I'm like, yeah, it's going on eBay. I didn't realize that the Bumblebee Blitzwing was so rare now. This Studio Series one.
Oh yeah. It'll throw you off when you look up some of the Hasbro stuff and see how expensive they are. Because that was kind of like what I did about 2 years ago. I sold all my Hasbro mainline stuff and started buying MP stuff, and I was blown away by how expensive some of those figures were.
I have the original MP1 Optimus Prime. Then I've got the MP Megatron, I forget which one that is, the one that's a cartoon looking one. And then I have MP Optimus Primal, and that's it for my MPs. How many pretenders does Patriot Prime have to go? 1. And he's on the way.
Nice.
And I'm going to be afraid to transform him. He'll probably be a review where I just say, look at this. And I'm going to take my camera around him, and that's it.
What does it have? Gold plastic or what?
Yes, it is 80% gold plastic.
So did you get Metal Hawk already, or are you not getting?
Oh, he's Japanese G1. I don't know if I'm going to go the Japanese G1 route yet. All mine it's American release.
Gotcha.
I was going to ask you if you did Japanese G1 because I got the
I have a few. I've got a 3 of the Laia Kaiser team. Nice. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And I've got the Overlord, G1 Overlord.
Yeah, I remember you did like a restore of the plastic, right? For that? Mm-hmm.
Got him looking great. And that was my first time doing that.
Would I be wrong to say that Super God Master Force is probably one of your favorite fictions when it comes to Transformers.
Oh, certainly. No, I mean, you're not wrong, is what I should say. It's definitely my favorite.
Okay.
I love it. I have all those freaking Fans Hobby figures because of it. And Iron Factory.
Like in your review process, like, or how do you select what you're going to review next? Do you have like a pecking order? Because I know when we talked, you have a pile of stuff you have to review.
I'll sometimes, well, it's weird. I try to think, you never know what's going to hit. Like recently I posted a picture. Let me find it. I got all of the Transformer collection of these Overlord hats. Probably see these ads on Facebook all the time. There's a Megatron, Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Starscream. So I posted a picture on Instagram, me wearing all four of them, and I did like a collage. And somebody says, you ought to review those hats. Nobody's reviewed the Overlord hats. And I thought, cool, that's a good idea. They're very popular. I'll throw a video up. So that video has been up for 5 days and has only got 332 reviews or views. So it bombed. But what was funny is I reviewed it the same style I review the figures. But then, so then I'm thinking, well, I got to make up for that video bombing. So I decided to do the G1 Power Dashers. Did those yesterday. 1,544 views on that so far. Then I did Vroom, already up into almost 400. So you never know what's going to hit. And then I have to keep up to date with my Toy Hack stuff.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's weird how I process stuff. It's just like one of those things. Plus it's time. You know, I'm a full-time dad, full-time job, and I need to think, what can I review quick? And so I'll do that a lot.
Yeah, I definitely can relate with that. Just because, you know, I work multiple jobs, and I'm trying to do this content stuff. So, and the kid. So yeah, it can be grueling at times. That's why I have a stack of stuff next to me that's about half my height. So,
well, that's like, I'm hoping I can save money the next couple of months because I don't need to buy anything else. I'm good to go for a while. Right. And I had somebody, they made the comment they were surprised how much content I put out, because they're like, oh man, it takes me forever just to do a 30-second short. And I try to get a new video out every 3 days. It's just like my thing to do.
That was my question. It was going to be kind of like my next question is, how often do you try to put out videos? So
yeah, 3 days is about it. Maybe the most I'll wait like 5. I've got friends of mine, they'll do it. They set every Monday, and I just randomly throw stuff out. It could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a Patriot Prime something. Or it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I never really set up.
Oh, sorry. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, you done derailed me. It's up to you now.
What a shitty host. So my question was, are you going to sprinkle any lives in there anytime?
I need to. I like doing live streams where I interview other YouTubers, kind of like I'm doing with you guys. Yeah. I did one last week with a couple I met at a guy I met at TFCon. Then I'm doing one. I'm going on a show next week. I think it's next week, December 2nd, on Corrupted Collectibles show. And then I'll probably hop on. Like, you've got me intrigued about the live opening of that Black Zarek. That may be fun. So
yeah, that'll be interesting, definitely, to see from your perspective on a live opening. So when you on your reviews, what's your camera of choice?
Sony Galaxy S23 Plus.
Okay. So then is that integrated with your computer, and you just do all the
everything?
That's a
everything.
Phone.
Yeah, I do everything on my phone. I used to film on my phone and then put over on my computer to edit, but my computer sucks. So I got this new S23 Plus, download a video editing program. It took me a while to utilize because when you're used to editing on a computer, you got the big widescreen.
Yep.
And then you do it on your phone, you know, I got the readers on. I'm looking like the old man. This is me editing. And I've gotten pretty good with that. So I do all my editing on my phone. And then when I'm process the video, I'll put it on my computer, and then I'll upload to YouTube. That way I can type in everything I need on YouTube. And it'll upload via my landline instead of using my cell tower or Wi-Fi.
Right. Yeah. that's kind of typical. That's really kind of like what I do. It feels so much easier on the phone, so I definitely can I feel you on that one, and obviously.
And for those of you interested in doing YouTube, you don't have to have an expensive setup. I'm going to move my camera here so you can see. I have 3 LED lights. This is a vinyl white backdrop that I have pinned to the wall. So it's down at a curve. So you have that like constant white background going on. And then I have a ring light that I film through. So that's my setup. I don't have the little white boxes. I don't write scripts. I don't have my own editor. I do everything myself. So
right. Yeah, I've caught a couple of those. You threw out some like mess ups and stuff like that, or I can't even think of the word. Yeah, bloopers.
Oh yeah. Every now and then I'll get those bloopers good. I'm like, okay, I need to keep those in. He remembers I had my Star Wars corner. Right, that whole corner right there was all Star Wars. Actually, half this collection room was Star Wars and Transformers. Now all the Star Wars is in a box in the closet.
That's where they go.
The bin life, the box life. Do you still
Everything
have?
gets pushed aside for Transformers.
Yeah. What was it? You still have your collection of Jasons as well, right? From Friday.
Oh yeah, I have all the Jason. I have all the Terminator, all the Predator, Alien, RoboCop.
Is there a significance for the Jason collection?
My name is Jason. I was born on Friday the 13th.
There you go. So if anybody didn't know that,
Trivia.
Yep, Patriot Prime trivia. So
and to make it even freakier, Dad likes to point out I was born at room 313. So I'm a firm believer. As I will pick up a black cat, I will let it cross my path. I will walk under ladders, and if I break a mirror, cool. 7 years, good luck.
So we did have a couple questions in the that I got started. I kind of want to get to them so they weren't hanging in there. So if you could create your own Transformer, what would its name be, and what would its vehicle be?
It would be a howitzer named Longshot. It will be a Decepticon. Why a howitzer? Because when I was in the military, I belonged to the 1st 201st Field Artillery. My job was to tell howitzers where to shoot and blow stuff up from a distance. Hooah.
So have you
I've been asked that before.
Okay, I was going to say that was pretty quick because I know I couldn't come up with that quickly. But so have you seen that? I think it's Toy Easy did a Megatron howitzer.
No.
Yeah,
you should find it.
I should find that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are getting it in hand now, but
yes, I will definitely look that up.
I'll pull it up and I'll send you the link. Let's see. Initial Goose has another question. Speaking of, he was former Army, so he made a comment earlier about thanking you.
Give a Transformer toy to a person with the intent to get him into Transformers. What figure would it be? It would have to be an Optimus Prime. Like that new Legacy G1 inspired Optimus Prime. That's a good one. Or maybe, I don't know, you don't want to spend a lot of money trying to get somebody in Transformers. That's about $25 right there. So yeah, maybe it's an Optimus Prime figure. Definitely.
Let's see. Zaldron in the chat mentioned he found you in 2018 after deciding you wanted to collect all the Micromasters. One YouTube search later, boom.
You know, I was actually doing inventory of my Micromasters, making sure I had all my G1s. There was one Micromaster I'm missing that's on the way, and I realized I haven't reviewed the Micromaster Tanker Transport yet. So I need to review the Micromaster Airstrike Patrol or Air Patrol when I get my figure in, and then the Tanker Squad. And then I think it was in July, I finally got a hold of the Battlefield Headquarters, the big truck, the very patriotic looking truck.
So, you know, you have a massive collection. Is there anything like you have a Grail? And I hate the Grail comment. Like I don't want to say hate, but I don't like the whole Grail thing. But is there anything that you're missing that would be your quote unquote Grail?
I don't know. I got him last year, my G1 Overlord. I don't know. Honestly, now.
Yeah, Grail Con. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. It's like it's weird. Well, it's just weird throwing that title on a toy because all this stuff seems to be available. Just how much you willing to pay for it?
Right. Well, then you got this company now that's making the reissues like Black Zarek now. So who knows what we'll get coming down the pipe.
Oh, I forgot to throw this up, but Zakanan's going to eat that up because he's a Jason and he flexes all the time on camera. So,
well, I used to be a fitness instructor back in the day, so I still maintain a little bit.
Let's see. HGC had a question. Are you going to go for Blue Bacchus?
Maybe one of these days. He's not. I'm kind of, now that I'm wrapped up G1, I'm kind of going to reel it in for a bit. Maybe I'll just enjoy what I find in the stores for a while.
And now I'm in trouble. And he used all caps, so beware.
Yeah, he yelled at you.
You're in trouble.
So, well, another thing that kind of like I liked when I was viewing you was you and a bunch of guys that you all met at TFCon, and then was doing lives together before, and then you all guys met at TFCon. How has like TFCon kind of changed you, and just not just YouTube or just in general?
Well, when I first started going to TFCon, it was all about getting toys and meeting voice actors and getting autographs. And then as I started developing the YouTube community, now I go just to meet people. My whole trip to Chicago, I had nothing planned to get. There was no wish list other than that one Fans Hobby figure. I just went to meet people. And this TFCon Chicago was mind-blowing because I didn't make it 10 feet into that hotel and just nonstop the entire time. People wanted to come up, talk to me, get their pictures with me. It's just so surreal. I told you in the green room before we even started that a friend of mine actually is one that got me to go to Chicago because originally I wasn't going to go because I knew hardly any of the other guys were going. I thought that's like a 10-hour drive for me. And then a friend of mine who I've known for a few years said he wanted to go. And if he was planning on going, and if I would go with him, he'd drive and get the room. So I was like, fine, I'll buy the ticket. I drove and met him 2 hours away in Charleston, West Virginia. We drove 8 hours from his house to get there, and we had a blast. And I told him, I said, you're going to freak out because you've always known me as Jason. Once we get to TFCon, you'll probably not hear my real name for the 3 days we're there. And it was awesome. And it's still surreal to me when people come up and wanting to shake my hand and all this stuff just because I decided, hey, I want to show off my figures on YouTube.
Right. I also saw that you guys stopped at Toy Department on your way through this year.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That's about
especially when I ran into a figure that I was looking for.
Yeah,
that I didn't have.
There was that you was looking for that you found there.
It was Groundbreaker, and he only wanted $125 for it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it below 300. I mean, that was an instant buy. It's
a local store for me. It's about 45, 60 minutes away from me. I've been there a few times. It's a great store. It's a fun.
And what was funny is we pulled in, and I'm just walking around. I see these other two people filming, and I was like, "Well, excuse me, I don't want to interrupt you while you're filming." And when they whipped around, and looked at me, we all recognized each other. It was two of the other guys I was doing the YouTuber panel with. Just randomly ran into them at the toy department. And that's what's crazy too. A little YouTuber from West Virginia, and I did the panel that kickstarted TFCon Chicago.
And so, how was that panel?
It was good. It was really good. A lot of guest interaction, not guest. I guess you call them guest interaction, asking questions. And what was great and surprising was there was a guy who actually hated me because of my channel name. And he more or less had it in his heart that I sucked, and he was going to tell me about it. And when he got to TFCon Chicago, he saw me interacting with all these people, and he realized he was wrong. He had all these misconceptions about me because of my name, Patriot. And He actually stood in line to ask a question at the panel, and then he apologized to me in front of everybody and shook my hand.
Yeah,
that's on my channel. I have that video on my channel.
that, you know, and that's like a great, like a good reminder of like what TFCon or just these conventions in general can do. As much differences we think that we have, when we have something in common like this, I feel like it can bring us closer together. It's like I try to be more positive than negative. I mean, I might have rants every now and then about certain things, but I mean, the people you run into in these hobbies can be special. Like Anna gives me shit all the time because I haven't been to a TFCon yet.
I want
I
you
tell
to
you, I
go.
almost after my first year, I almost quit YouTube because I got so tired of all the political comments in my chat, and my comment section. And that's how I met Bert the Stormtrooper. He and I just kind of befriended each other over YouTube, and I kind of vented to him about it. And I said, man, I never talk politics. I don't bring politics up. I'm talking about Transformers, and all these people just hit me. I mean, I got death threats. My family got death threats. I got tired. People tried to cancel me because my name is Patriot Prime. And he said, don't quit. You enjoy what you're doing. Keep on keeping on. I did. All that shit's pretty much stopped now. So here I am, still swinging.
Well, you've been on enough to show your character where it doesn't matter what your name is or what some people might think it represents. You show you for who you are, and yeah, just like that guy changed his opinion about you. So yeah, I applaud that for sure.
Yeah, and it's like I tell a lot of people, what you see on camera here is the same person you're going to see at TFCon. Because I remember I ran into my first TFCon, I ran into a YouTuber I watched all the time. And I saw him filming. I waited until he was done filming. And then I walked up to him. He was done filming. He put his camera down. I walked up to him and says, hey, just want to let you know I've been watching you for years. A real pleasure to meet you. He looked at me and says, I'm filming right now. I was like, oh, sorry. And right then and there, I thought, if I ever get to the point where people want to come up and talk to me, I don't give a shit what I'm doing. I'm talking to you because of that. So, and that's what I've already done. I don't care who you are. You come up, talk to me. We'll shoot the shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Next chip challenge win.
Oh no. They quit doing those.
Did they? Okay. That was
some kid died, had allergic reaction to it or something. I'm not sure if it was the chip, but it was.
Yeah, it was. If anybody here hasn't seen that video, they him and some of the guys he does YouTube with did a one chip challenge in the lobby. I think it was Baltimore, right? And there was not good and there was some bad reactions to that chip.
Well, the best thing is the guy ate the chip and he just was suffering. I don't know why he chose it. He said he doesn't like hot stuff. He's sitting on the floor gagging and throwing up, and the best thing was his wife standing over him the whole time going, "You dumbass."
Yeah, I can enjoy a little spice, but one of them chips, I am good. I'll leave that to be. So what well, I guess what other toy lines do you do? Other toy lines, or is it all Transformers like review?
It's mainly all Transformers now. I mean, like I said, I got some NECA. I'm pretty much done with that. I was collecting the Masters of the Universe Origins line, but then those got so hard to find. They weren't, there's the same figures in store all the time. And then we run into that same problem that everybody does is I've run out of room. So
yeah,
I'm very, very picky with what I get. It's pretty much just Transformers now.
That is
why Terminator figures? Well, why not? The Terminator was a big influence to me because not only did the Transformers show up in 1984, but so did the Terminator. And to this day, that scene where that endoskeleton is coming up out of that fiery wreckage, that image just burnt into my soul. And I have always loved the Terminator movie. Terminator 1 still my favorite, beats Terminator 2 because I like the horror aspect of the Terminator. But just that endoskeleton, and I don't know, I just love the Terminator.
This is a fact I didn't know. HGC T2 is named Jason. Faux reals. Bobby's got another question. If you can delete one Transformer existence, who would it be and why?
Well, a G1er in me wants to say wheelie because that toy absolutely sucks.
Just the toy.
Oh, the characters suck too. I mean, who in the hell thought, hey, let's take these badass fighting robots and introduce this guy that rhymes with an echo in the voice?
Well, Roadblock rhymed in G.I. Joe, and he was kind of a badass.
They love them.
You know, he was a badass. Wheelie's not a badass. you can't make Wheelie a badass.
Cicaden. Just being a troll to Anna.
Thanks, Cicaden. I know you're out there for me.
You know, I used to love Bumblebee until the Bayverse movies came out, and then they just crammed Bumblebee down your throat so much, which
That
is
guy
ironic.
isn't Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That guy's garbage. I don't like the movie guy. He's not the real Bumblebee.
Though the Bumblebee movie is one of my favorites of actually, that is my favorite live action, is the Bumblebee movie.
That's decent.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Well, I was there kills a question. What was your favorite Transformers movie? But is it?
Well, that's the favorite Transformers movie is 86.
Yeah, I was about ready to say
86, Transformers 1, Bumblebee movie.
What you got the didn't you get to interview Stan Bush? How was that? Was you nervous at all going into that interview?
At first, but we talked for a little while behind screen first,
Right.
but he's a really nice guy.
Is there speaking of, you was wanting to do some more live action or interviews, is there anybody on your bucket list that you'd like to get on a Patriot Prime review interview?
I would love to talk to Frank Welker, maybe Peter Cullen, David Kay, Bob Budiansky, anybody from my childhood.
Right.
Of course, you guys saw where Peter Cullen actually called and wished me a happy birthday that time, right?
Yeah, that was really cool. Can you go into that story a little bit? If anybody.
So, doing Patriot Prime reviews, I've met lots of people. I don't interview everybody, but a lot of people know me, know I'm a big G1 fan. I've met a lot of comic book artists, and a good comic book artist friend of mine named Michael Watkins knows Bob Budiansky, all the Marvel guys. He knows Frank Welker. He knows Peter Cullen. He's the one that actually gifted me the G1 Overlord last year. And for my 50th birthday, not too bad here, he was actually at a con at dinner with Peter Cullen and said, hold on, my buddy is turning 50 years old today. Can you call him and wish him a happy birthday? And he did.
That was.
I have it.
Like,
my wife recorded it for me while I was talking.
That thing will probably be everywhere. You're never going to lose that, right?
No.
It's so cool.
Here we go.
Congratulations. And remember, Jason, you all are one. Happy birthday, young man.
Thank you so much, sir.
Keep on farting, keep on growing, keep on eating, keep on living. Autobot, transform, and roll out.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much. The keep on farting, keep on living. My buddy said Optimus Prime likes vodka.
So there might have been a few drinks prior to.
Little energon in the tank.
Have you had a chance to meet him since he did that recording? Or that?
I was going to meet him at TFCon Baltimore, but medical issues, I guess, because he was supposed to be there with Frank Welker. I did get to meet Frank Welker though, so that was cool.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that would be fun. Anna, have you met any voice actors there or done any of that stuff at TFCon?
You know, when I used to help out with TF Expo and in Kansas, I got to hang out with a few people for a little bit of time, and that was exciting. But otherwise, no, not so much the TF cons.
There was one time, I think it was TFCon Baltimore, the same one we did the chip at. Gary Chalk came down to the lobby, and he and I just got to talking. It just didn't dawn on me who he was until midway through the conversation, because I forget how it was brought up, but he was in the National Guard in Canada, whatever their guard's called. And of course, I started talking stories about my military service, and we both were in artillery. So we were talking for the longest time until finally, I guess, I know it's not the right name to say, but their handlers or whatever came up to him and said, "Mr. Chalk, we need to go here." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize who I was talking to," because he had a hat on.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if that ever happens. You guys run into anybody just out of nowhere at the bar or just in the lobby?
Now at the lobby in Chicago, I ran into Bob Budiansky, and we talked comics for a long time. I talked with him and the other writer, Ralph Macchio of Marvel G1, and I forget how the topic of Circuit Breaker came up. And I told Bob Budiansky, I said, "Well, Mr. Budiansky, right now, I will tell you that preteen me really appreciated you creating Circuit Breaker."
So now, are you a bigger fan of the comics or the animated show?
Comics all day.
Oh, okay.
Living where I live in Podunk, West Virginia, we didn't get cable or satellite. So I didn't get to see the cartoon that much, other than when I came to town to visit my grandparents. Every now and then they had WGN Chicago, which G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that played, but I didn't see it all the time. But I did have access to comic books. And so Marvel G1, I mean, I'd reread those issues over and over again. So that was my G1 growing up. If you watch my G1 reviews, I always kind of briefly go over the history of the character in the show, but then I really do the deep dive in the comics. And what I like about the comics too is we got to have new characters fleshed out that we never saw in the show. Like the Pretenders, for example. That's why I like the Pretenders so much, because thanks to Marvel Comics, I know their backstory more. I know the reason why they're Pretenders and how the Pretender technology works. And, you had the awesome characters like Thunderwing, who was the leader of the Decepticons for a while, that actually beat Optimus Prime with his own Matrix. So, love Marvel G1. I have them all in trade paperback.
Zaldron is kind of expanding on that a little bit. Ever read the modern comics? Example, IDW.
I've read Dreamwave, and I've read IDW up until the point where they split into all the different storylines. I think it went More Than Meets the Eye and The Lost Ark or Lost Light, whatever. I quit reading in there. And plus, them latter issues of IDW, they got weird. So I kind of dropped those. And then I've been getting Skybound. But where I live now, there's no comic shop. I don't have access to comics. So I just wait till the trade paperbacks come out. So I got the newest Skybounds. I'll have it tomorrow so I can catch up.
So are you getting any of the crossover stuff, or are you just focusing on the Transformers?
Book? I may get crossovers if they go on sale. I don't need it right now, but if it goes on sale, as somebody said earlier.
Yeah, it might happen. You never know.
Yeah, last year, a bunch of the G.I. Joe crossovers went on sale, and a lot of people fell in then.
I mean, I'm digging how they're throwing in like Hot Rod and was Hot Rod and Void Rivals. I'm behind on the new image.
Me too. No spoilers now, just in case it might be my trade paperback tomorrow. I've ended my storyline where Megatron first shows up and he's got laser beak plugged into his eyes. That was the final issue in my last graphic novel. So the one I'm getting tomorrow takes place after that, where Starscream's half his tank.
That's about where I left off. I think it was whenever they showed when Megatron reappeared, and Starscream was half his.
There was actually something I was hoping you would talk about a little bit tonight, and that would be I'm curious about your relationship with Toy Hacks. Like you seem to really enjoy doing your Toy Hacks reviews and talking about their stuff and working with them and whatnot.
I have been doing Toy Hacks since 2012. I first discovered them because one of the things I like doing, especially when I buy G1s, I love restoring G1 figures. And that's how I found Toy Hacks, because, they did first was repro labels, where they did, labels for the old figures, which I'd say 80% of my G1s have been completely Toy Hacks, so they look brand new. So I started doing Toy Hacks videos because, nobody else was doing them. And they actually reached out to me and said, we would love to sponsor your channel because we love your Toy Hacks videos. And that was about 5 years ago, and we're still going strong, where they let me do a promo code. I can't use the same promo code every month. So I always have to come up with something creative for each month to use so people can get a discount on Toy Hacks. So, and I love their product. I'll stand by their product. I mean, every day I think they've had an issue with their last batch of decals, something with the adhesive, caused some of them to bubble up. But Toy Axe has the best customer service ever. And I'm saying that even before I started being their sponsor or them being sponsored by me. Because anytime you have a problem with their decals, they'll send you new ones right off the bat. No questions asked. Hey, this one didn't work for you. Here's another one. So, but yeah, they approached me first.
That's really cool. So you just started doing videos and then they just reached out to you and next thing you knew.
Yep. So, and then this month, right now they got their Black Friday sale going on. So one of the things that we come to the agreement on is they don't use my promo code when their Black Friday sale is going on, which I understand because they're not going to piggyback codes on top of each other. Otherwise, they're just giving away stuff. So then I guess they got some new releases. They've already told me what new release is coming. So I'll be ready. I have to film my before of this figure so I can have the decals ready to go because they want me to have my video out by the time they release their set. So every now and then I'll get a set early to show off.
Cool. I really appreciated that even though, you know, you have a relationship with them and sponsorship and all that, that I watched the video you did for the Horrible and you mentioned that some of the stickers were quite frustrating. And I really appreciated just someone, you know, being honest about how frustrating some of the very small stickers can be because they're beautiful. You know, some of those are gorgeous, but they're hard.
Because people ask me, how do you get those stickers on so well? I was like, well, first, I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Now, my math's terrible. Been doing it for a while. And I have to use the old bifocals. And I have my tweezer set. I got fine tip, pointy tip. So a lot of patience. I even have a magnifying glass. So.
Yeah, and the collectors out there definitely can benefit from those videos because sometimes, like, you know, you can go on their site and see where those go, but to actually watch somebody do it in person, well, not in person, but in a video, helps out a lot.
Now, with a smaller figure, every now and then I'll actually film myself putting the decals on. The bigger figures, it's just too much because sometimes I have to pop parts off to make sure they go on there right. And I am a perfectionist. I always buy 2 sets. That way, if I screw one up, I can put another one on there.
Good point. Good tip right there. And what is there some of them where they kind of use a vinyl sticker and it helps if you use like a little bit
I love the vinyl stickers. They're new ones. Apply, and if you screw up, you can just peel them back off and put on again. But yeah, what I would recommend, how I usually do it, if I can get my thumb on it, I'll put the decal on and then I just rub it a couple times with my thumb, get that heat on there to get it molded in place. Then after I'm done, I will go in the bathroom with a hairdryer on low, heat that figure up just so that adhesive will warm up and just stick to that figure a lot better.
What modern, most recent modern figure that you thought might have not been as good, and then once you put the Toy Hack stickers on it, you was like, oh, this is all new and this is beautiful.
The Legacy Nova Prime. They improved that figure so much. Trying to think what other good one have I done recently. All the Devastator looks amazing. I got him all finished. I'm going to do Superion probably this weekend. I've got all the individual aerial bots done, but now I got the Superion set. And I got the ones for Onyx Prime. That looks like it's going to take about a week.
That Onyx Prime looks really good with the gold, because didn't they add like a gold, almost like foil stickers for that as well? Like on the
all the wings now are gold with filigree.
Yeah. How bad were some of the Titan figures Toy Hack sets? Like hours? Would you say?
I've only completed hours, days. I've only completed 2 Titans. I've done Triptychon. I did Scorponok. The Ark I got bored with because I try to get these done so I can make a video. But if I'm still working on it, and then they got new decal sets that come out, and I was like, well, that's what they're going to watch now. So,
right,
Ark just had too many damn windows. I just gave up on it. But I'm trying to think. I have Toy Hack's Onyx Prime, my Cronus, Superion. I got ones coming in the mail. I ordered the ones for Ultra Magnus here. Sea Spray. Yeah, I got a bunch. Like I said, I've got enough stuff to do videos on for a couple months without buying anything.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to either pump them out faster or just I mean, you try. You said what 3 a week, right? Is what your kind of your goal is?
About every 3 days, 3 to 4 days.
Every 3 days. Okay, yeah.
That onyx looks crazy. That'd be so much work. I just
beautiful.
looked it up. It looks so neat, but good grief, that would take a long time. I
So,
look forward to
and
seeing
I
yours.
just did the 2 aerial bots. They were really good. Well, I got Rekgar right here. And just give you an idea with the toy hacks. You see the chrome that they gave him for his
Ooh,
abs?
yeah.
I love their chrome.
Didn't they do something with Retgar where you could have made him Zartan?
That was Junkie. And yes, I made him Zartan. It was Gartan.
Gartan, yeah. Thanks for hopping in, Zakanan. What was
Shit, it's almost midnight.
Yeah, I know. We probably should be wrapping it up here in a bit.
Yeah, some of us got to get up at 6 in the morning.
I used a vacation day. I had like eight days to burn up before the end of the year.
I have a government job, so I get off early Wednesday, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So looking forward to that.
Well, I guess so. You know, like I said, it is kind of late for all of us. Is there anything? We usually do shout outs at the end. You did mention you have a Toy Hacks product code, or is there anything else you'd like to shout out before we end the show?
Well, my product code right now is deactivated until Toy Hacks finishes their Black Friday sale. So go to Toy Hacks right now. You get 30% off every decal set with their Black Friday sale that I think ends Saturday. So if you want to stock up, now's the time to do it. And I will have a new code for December for 15% off if you miss anything, or with the new decal sets they have coming out.
I think you might have sold Anna on that Onyx Prime set. So.
There's some math going on in my head, like how much injury to my sanity
Yeah, I've
can
got
handle.
a few sets that I need.
Nice.
There's Onyx in theirs. Oh yeah, there's a lot of Onyx. Nemesis Prime. They even got a G1 Skylinks upgrade, so I'm going to do that too. It's funny. I got so many people that can't believe I Toy Hacks G1 figures. I'm like, well, they're my figures, and I will do with it what I want.
Right. Well, you want it to look like the perfect version of it, right? And if you have to put repo labels on it,
I've got the new decals coming in for him. I mean, he's got a torn up crooked Autobot symbol right there. The headlights are messed up, so he's going to look perfect when I'm done with him.
So are you saying like us kids from the 80s played with their toys and might have,
Yeah, and you didn't know how to put your stickers on right. Couldn't put them on straight.
Yep. Sometimes the parents weren't around to put those stickers on. We got to get them on there.
My dad will get so mad because my stickering has been since I was little because I wouldn't let Dad put my stickers on. I was like, I do it.
Well, and everybody, if you're not following or subscribe to Patriot Prime Reviews, please subscribe. I think somebody mentioned earlier they weren't subscribed, so that's what we like to do is bring people in that may or may not have.
I'm only 10 subscribers away from 22,600.
Nice. Wow. What are you doing in here? You're supposed to come here.
Hey, what?
That was Lou. That was who I mentioned earlier. He jumped the gun.
Hi, Lou.
But is there anything else that Figure Fight Club subscribed as well?
Thank you, Figure Fight Club.
Is there anything else you'd like to promote? You got a video coming up or anything like that?
Well, if you want to see a obscure G1 Pretender, I just put out my G1 Vroom video. Probably coming up soon. I do want to review another pickup from TFCon Chicago. I got G1 Nightbeat right here that completes my Headmasters. What else do I got? I guess I'm going to review that globe if I can ever find it. It's in this room somewhere. What else? Toy Hacks decals coming up. All kinds of good stuff.
All right. Anna, do you have anything you like to promote before we head out?
Nope. You bet.
She's on Instagram, guys. Follow her.
Maybe I'll take a photo over the holidays. Maybe over Thanksgiving. I'll take a photo of a toy next to the turkey.
I finally
or
joined
something.
TikTok yesterday. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, so wait till you hear my spiel. But so you can find me. I am on TikTok. I am on Instagram. I am on X. I am on YouTube. All at Talib1980_collects. I do reviews twice a week. We've been doing lives on Saturday night, like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We've been talking about movies. So it's just time to BS. And then I'm just posting news daily on my other socials. And then I'm part of Figure Fight Club channel, where Mondays, like tonight, we do Decepticast at 10:15 Eastern. It's a lot of news, some topics, and sometimes we have special guests that join us, like Patriot Prime Reviews this evening. And then also in Figure Fight Club on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., we do open mic night, where we throw the StreamYard link in the chat. Anybody that's on can hop in and jump in and talk toys with us.
I did that once. That was a mistake.
You know what? It's worked out fairly well for us. Like, we do have a rule: don't be a Richard.
I was one and done.
Yeah, that bad. Huh? I think Abby's been doing this since the beginning of the year, and I don't think we've had any issues. So, cross your fingers, knock on wood, whatever. And then Friday nights are our interview show. And Abby, do you have a video for that? No. This Friday is yeah. Just roll the video.
Join the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collect us together around the lounge, and your drink will do at Figure Fight Club. We welcome you. So raise your drinks up high, say cheers. You're among collectors and like-minded peers. Let's talk action figures, old and new, at Figure Fight Club. We welcome you. We welcome you.
Where was it?
He was in a Walmart bag with my blockies. I went over there and moved some stuff around. Like, oh, there he is. So yeah, the globe's awesome. The globe is awesome. Pisses you off transforming it, but it is awesome once you get it there.
I might have to pick that up for $25. So
May as well.
Yep. But that is all we have for this evening. I like to give another thanks to Patriot Prime Reviews for hopping on with us. Like I said, I think he's one of the pillars of the Transformer review community. I said it, community. Definitely was a big influence on me on doing this YouTube stuff and just making content from things that I like. And like I said, I appreciate for you hopping on, and
and
hopefully we get to do this again sometime.
That really means a lot to me too, because it's something I wasn't expecting when I started doing this. Just doing something I love, just a way to, as my country song intro says, it's my grown-up show and tell.
Would you like to sign us off? I know you have a catchphrase.
Oh, of course. All right, so if we're in this, hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. This is Patriot Prime signing out. Hooah!
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club. Stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.